Start streaming. Okay. Now I've got my audio set up, your audio set up. The stream is correct. It's healthy. It's good. The stuff's
Healthy.
working. I'm happy. Took long enough. So
Lit.
complicated. Honestly, what the heck? That was a
that you may
little.
want to delete the video of it and
I
the last one.
honestly, I don't care at this point.
It was 6 minutes and it was like 8 minutes of his like autism.
Yeah, just straight not saying a single word because it didn't
All
work.
right, I'm about to
I'm gonna
redo the
I'll
intro.
delete it. Yeah, go ahead and say it. Everything you just said. Say it all over
All
again
right,
because now they can
all right.
actually hear you.
Right now.
Yeah, just go right
All
on
right,
ahead.
sweet. All right, Hurricane Irma has hit the Dominican Republic
Not
and
Irma.
Haiti. Oh, sorry, Maria.
There you
Irma
go.
was already
Fact check.
happened.
Fact check.
This is modern day. We're in 9/18/2017, and
What's
Hurricane
today?
Maria hits Dominican Republic with 160-mile-per-hour winds. Um,
Yeah, it's a Cat 5 now. By the way,
it's a
it kind of grew 4 categories in one day. But I digress.
yeah, it's
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 almost
pretty sucky.
it's only 15 miles per hour winds less
Only,
than Irma.
only,
Was no, it's 25. Irma was 185.
yeah, yeah, 185, 190, give or take. Yeah,
Yeah.
the what is this? Maria, sorry, Maria is just off the coast of the Dominican Republic. I think it just hit landfall in Puerto Rico as well, and
Okay.
it's tracked to go out into the Atlantic, but yet um, weather people don't know anything. They said Irma would go back out of the Atlantic. They said Irma would go back in the
Well,
Gulf of Mexico.
you cannot you cannot tell where you can't predict a hurricane.
You can kind of have a general path, but like,
Yeah. That's why when you see the paths go like skinny and then they get fat. So they
mhm,
like exponentially,
that general direction
change. Yeah, you can't predict it. It's
may
like
may or may not go right up to the panhandle of Florida again.
may or
But
may not.
yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Oh, that cat, or not cat, that, what was it? Earthquake that hit off the coast of Mexico happened like last week, and no one talked about it. Um, that kind of sucks. That's like a California scenario where like everyone in California has to deal with those. What you might call it, the earthquakes. Let's see here. Yeah, there's protesters again in Georgia Tech and St. Louis. A few students passed away. That's pretty bad, I'd
Yeah.
say. Um, Politics. Oh, what's his face? King Jong Un has been launching rockets over Japan into the Pacific Ocean, and um, I think Trump actually brought that up in his UN address or something like that.
He asked the South Korean president. He was like, "How's Rocket Man?" That's what he called him.
God, that's horrible. Rocket Boy.
Rocket Boy.
Rocket Boy. Yeah, in the United Nations address from Trump, I think he mentioned the United Nations has to step up its game a little bit.
Yeah.
It has the potential to be really cool and be like global police, which is supposed to be like what it's supposed to be, literally. Like United States kind of made that so that it didn't have to be, world police anymore.
Yeah.
But it does stuff for like relief efforts for like epidemics and crap, like worldwide and global terrorism. But really, it's been Germany, Britain, and the United States being like the backbone of anti-terrorism,
Yeah.
and France. I think France has kind of done some stuff. Macron is kind of playing a centrist role recently in world politics. People aren't really liking him too much, or the people that voted for him aren't liking him too much because he's kind of taking like this friendship, this butt buddy with Trump.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, let's see. Oh, Nancy Pelosi had a what was that? Dreamers. rally or something like that. Whenever during one of her speeches, and a bunch of protesters came up and said all of us or none of us, apparently. And I prefer none of you for the illegal immigrants. That'd be preferable. And
honestly.
it's kind of horrible how a bunch of illegals got into a Nancy Pelosi speech and started protesting. Um, I don't think they have that First Amendment right. I don't think It, I mean, it's 2017. Doesn't really. I don't think they
Yeah.
apply the any. I think the Constitution kind of applies to everyone now in the world. Apparently, um, the Dow Jones, the stock exchange, has hit record high a few days ago again. Pretty good. It's up from yesterday, and Apple just released its new iOS 11 and the new Apple phone, the iPhone X and the iPhone 8, which is the iPhone 8 is just a step up from the iPhone 7, pretty much. It looks exactly like the iPhone 7
Well, it's got a glass back and it
glass
supports the
back.
different
Yeah,
charging, and then the chip is different and
yeah, it
stuff
has more
like that.
RAM, it has more processing power. It's like a step. It's a half a step up from the 7, pretty much.
Yeah,
I prefer the glass back with the iPhone 4. That was actually pretty cool, and it had the metal like outline to it and with the ring around it. That was a pretty slick look to it. But I don't know about the iPhone 8. Kind of looks, I don't know. It's another screen to crack.
yeah, I
The back of
guess.
your phone. Yeah. Um. The iPhone X comes with that facial recognition. I'm pretty sure the NSA is like
They're really happy
feeding.
right now. They're
Yeah.
really happy right
Like,
now.
hey, there's this really easy way that we can have a facial like dictionary encyclopedia of everyone on Earth that has an iPhone, iPhone X. Um, I know for sure I'm not gonna get it for a while. Um,
For a while.
not yeah, for just for a little while. Um, I know a lot of people aren't gonna get it for a while because it costs
A
your left
thousand
kidney
dollars. Yeah.
and yeah,
Might as well sell your
literally
kidney.
literally your left kidney. Um, Tesla came out. I saw this a few days ago. Came out with their electric truck or their hybrid electric truck. Um, it's I don't know if it's a semi or one of those charter buses,
Yeah.
but it is supposed to be really efficient on not only like electricity, but it's supposed to be efficient on um, the hybrid one is supposed to be super efficient on like emissions. And I know Tesla's kind of come out with a lot of line of cars that are not mainstream yet, but apparently the EPA and the administration, Trump administration, is supposed to be laying down the foot on a lot of gas companies, a lot of gas car companies, and kind of setting the tone, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um, are we doing that? We're doing that donation tonight for
Yeah, we're
Hurricane
doing the
Irma.
donation.
Yeah,
We're donating money to Samaritan's Purse to help Harvey and Irma victims. You can either go into the description below, you can donate straight to us, which will donate straight to the Samaritan's Purse. Or if you're not okay with that and you'd rather donate straight to the Samaritan's Purse, it's right down there. You can donate straight to them. It's also in a card in the top right if you want to hit the card. If it doesn't pop up, you can just refresh it and it'll be there. If not, it's in the description. And we'd like to see a lot of money donated to them. It's a non-profit Christian organization, charity, and they're doing stuff right with the Irma victims. And
it's
I think
perfect.
it's a great charity. So if you guys decide that you want to give your money, that'd be the best place that we think that you could donate to.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I may put a link down there for like Salvation Army too. I'm gonna look up the recent actions of the like American Red Cross and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either American Red Cross or Salvation Army, one of those. I think American Red Cross has been kind of caught up with the Caribbean after the hurricane. They've
Yeah,
actually been giving a lot more aid to other countries than America.
yeah, yeah.
um, I don't know if that, I don't know if I'll have to do some more research on that one, but we can put that one in later. Why do we have a Sanders.senate.gov?
Yeah, that's been there. That's
Yeah, I
the
see it. All
original
right,
joke.
sweet.
Yeah,
Um, what else? A few of my family friends down in the Keys. FEMA doesn't help with relief unless you have insurance on your home down in the Keys, and unless it's your primary house, they won't give you like financial aid
dang.
or like relief stuff like that for like food and water and crap, which I think is kind of outrageous. But I also think Coast Guard and National Guard done a lot for like handing out generators to some people that won't have it for weeks on end and kind of resetting everything up. I know the Navy Corps of Engineers have gone down there
Yeah,
and sweep the state along with the Texan National Guard did a lot of stuff in Texas. But I heard the flooding in Texas kind of cleared out
yeah.
pretty quickly.
It went away like
Yeah,
within a week. It was not all the way back to normal, but it was a lot less water.
yeah. Instead of up to
Your
your
knee,
doorstep
yeah, it was up to,
and then
it,
up, yeah,
like watching videos of it and people like going there to help and stuff, and it being up to their
down in a
knee and stuff.
kayak.
It's like yeah, like or like I saw somebody like uh, if you guys know the YouTuber Demolition Ranch, Matt Carricker went there because he lives like 2 hours away from Houston, and he and his buddy they took jet skis and they went and they were helping in like there was water like probably thigh high water, and this was a couple days after, like 5 days after, and it was like it was really it
I
was a
know
lot of water.
a few Patriots up in Utah, dude. Utah or Idaho? I believe it was Utah actually. At the Man Spot on Instagram and YouTube, his crew of Black Rifle Coffee,
Hmm.
that company.
Yeah,
They did a fundraiser and they went down to Houston and they took like trailers full. They had a line of boats, people in trucks with boats and stuff like that going down the interstate all the way down to Houston, and they were just helping people get out of their houses.
right.
I mean,
I honestly wish that we could like do something like that, but like
yeah,
you know
exactly.
we've got school and stuff like that, and
And then
but
we had Irma
hopefully
hit our own state.
yeah, yeah. If what's it
Yeah.
called? If Maria comes and hits us or whatever, I'd like to do something. Honestly.
Go around. Go around. I actually went out that Monday with a case of water, and I was handing out a couple bottles of water. I saw Trent pulling through his driveway, and I was
Hmm.
walking through his neighborhood, and I went all the way up and down 210
Yeah.
twice, and I was just like helping people like put up their fence and crap like that, which was actually pretty insane.
Yeah.
How how fast people got back to normal. They kind of cleaned up and just kind of moved on.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know a friend that was helping people rebuild roofs. People that lost
oh,
shingles and
sweet,
stuff. He
yeah.
was helping them. Everett at Firehouse was
Oh yeah, I
helping.
got you.
Yeah, he was helping people put up shingles. I think that's pretty cool. So
I know Firehouse did a fundraiser
yeah,
for Houston.
Firehouse, where Mike and I work. Um, we did a right after Harvey, we had a thing where it was if you donate $5 to the Public Safety Foundation, we'll buy your sandwich, which is a good deal anyway because
Yeah,
a sub medium sub could come out to like six
six
dollars.
ninety.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
maybe $7, and then we'll buy that
yeah.
sub, and then you donate the $5 and it goes straight to Harvey. And that was right before Irma, so that was before Irma hit us. I don't know if we're going to do anything for Irma. I know that we um, made a bunch of like boxed lunches to give out to
Yeah.
first responders and people that are like FPL people that and JEA people that were building
We actually did
doing
a
power lines and stuff like that. We it was like 2,800 box lunches just for our like area.
area. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
then yeah, all the firehouses below us, I can't even imagine how many subs they made. But they were all free, like just giving it out. We gave them all out. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty nice. And I think Firehouse donates like millions a year too. Um, just to like in our area in the Jacksonville, St. John, St.
yeah,
Augustine kind
yeah,
of region, kind of donate. We donated like what was it? like $1,700,000 last year,
Yeah,
not more.
it's insane. Yeah, Firehouse donates a lot of money, and
It's crazy.
yeah, it's really cool. I heard a story. It's like this is completely unrelated to like Irma and stuff like that. But I heard this story when I started at Firehouse, um, that this kid, like teenager, probably our age, 17, 18 or something, worked at Firehouse, and one night he was driving and he got hit, and his car went into a ditch, and his door was slammed shut. And he was like on his side on the ditch, and I think he was like T-boned or something. So the doors were crushed
Jeez.
in. He couldn't get out the other side because there was ground right there, and so the first responders came with the jaws of life, and they opened up the car door,
Mm.
and that jaws of life was bought by the Public Safety Foundation.
Dang.
And I think that's really cool. So
Yeah, what goes around comes around
yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Type thing. Yeah.
So
Dang.
it's some cool stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. I heard. Up in New York, where I used to live, we had a fundraiser every year. We do it was around Christmas time, I believe.
yeah,
Christmas, like Thanksgiving area, and we'd all. It was kind of like a relay for life, but the longer you run, you get a sponsor, and the longer you run, the more money they pay for, like your
yeah,
pay for the thing. So we got a bunch of fundraisers, a bunch of sponsors, and we got the junior high team, and we all went out, and we're like, hey, we'll be a giant relay race to see how long we can run for, and we donated. I think it was during Katrina.
yeah.
Was it
It
Katrina
was
or
a
was it
long time ago. Katrina's
yeah, that was back in
2005.
yeah, it was like it was primary school. That's what it was,
Yeah,
and we had this huge relay from it was from Oneida to Syracuse, and we just had like hundreds of kids just run. I mean, they donated like thousands of dollars. It was
yeah,
crazy, but that was crazy.
yeah. So I got one question. What do you think? Just looking at aesthetically at this new stream, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah,
I like the rotating live thing in the bottom left there. It's
yeah,
pretty chill.
that's pretty cool.
Um, I don't know. I don't know if I like the black like outline around my face. It
That's
kind of
only
like
because like
yeah,
I can
because
only
it's
make it into a square. I
blurring out.
can't do a circle
Yeah.
around your face. If I can get the picture, then I can
Oh
do
yeah,
just the
true.
picture. But this is the only way that I can keep down on space until you get
Probably
an
some.
actual camera and I can put you in
Yeah. I
like
mean,
a
I'm
camera.
getting a camera soon anyway, so it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
once you get a
Yeah.
camera, then it'll be better. But I like the
It's actually
background flag, to be honest.
yeah.
There's two flags in the
Uh,
stream. That's how American we are.
there's actually three. There's one that's in top left, one on my picture, and then
That's
there's one
true.
in the back.
That's true.
Yeah.
The one on your picture almost matches
Eh,
up like
almost.
with the
Can
stream.
you actually line that? Can you line that up?
Hold on.
Maybe
Let
somehow.
me let me try. I
Put
gotta
that. Put
I
the
gotta.
blue in the corner. Perfect.
Where is window capture?
Yeah, I think everyone had a power glitch
Did
from
other
south.
people?
Yeah. A few of my friends just south of where you're at. A It's just about lined up.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me try to make it a little bit bigger. Like the stars match.
There you go. Boom. Holy crap.
I made your face a lot
Hey.
bigger, but.
I don't think the stripes match up anymore though, but the blue
The
does.
blue
That's all that
does.
matters. It's all good. That's the only
Here,
color I
I
can't
got
see
this.
anyway.
I got this.
So
Just you wait. Let me, I'm gonna match
I
up
think I may buy one of those glasses.
the
Like the
colorblind glasses.
yeah for red green. That
Really?
would not be too bad. Yeah,
Do
I
it.
think I may. I think I may wait for like a discount or something like that, or the price to go down a
Where
little
they're
bit.
not, $1 billion.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Michael is
That's more than a
he's
million dollars.
red green colorblind, so he doesn't know what the American flag looks like. He can only see
I
the blue.
I've got my own version of red and
Yeah,
green.
and then the
Yeah,
red doesn't look like red.
yeah.
So
It's
it's
blue
like an
looks
orange.
exactly the same.
We were at
It's
we were at Firehouse
oh
yesterday,
shit.
and he was like, we were like talking about we were like, let's wear suits and stuff for the stream, and then we were just went on about suits and stuff, talking about like wedding stuff. We ended up getting to what we wanted to wear for the wedding.
I thought
He
the
was
orange
like,
of the firehouse.
he was like, I want to have like an
Like an
orange,
orange blazer.
like an orange blazer and tie and stuff.
All black
And
or whatever.
I was like, okay, what type of orange? He like looked around and then he
But
pointed to the cutting board,
countertop.
to the cutting board at Firehouse. And I was like, that is like the most red color. That is not orange whatsoever. He was like, oh,
It
well,
looks.
like this
It,
color.
I can't really tell the difference when everything's kind of close together. But if it's different
It's
by shade, I can tell.
Firehouse. It's Firehouse.
I know,
Why
dude.
would we have orange cutting boards?
Fire's orange, right?
Context clues.
Fire is
Context
orange.
clues. Yeah, but
Technically, I mean the lighter bit
not
of
us.
it is orange.
We're not orange.
But
It's Firehouse subs. There. How do you feel? You're lined up now, at least for the most part.
perfect. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's actually kind of. I mean, that bottom stripe isn't lined up, but.
Didn't I ask you? Didn't I ask you one day? Like there was a green cup and a red cup, and I had
No,
like
the two
lemonade.
drinks. The two, yeah,
Yeah,
the two
yeah, yeah.
drinks.
The two drinks. Yeah, yeah. And one was like lime. I think it
Yeah,
was Cody's.
one was
And
his lime coke, and one was your red drink. And you were like, "What? What's the difference?"
I was like, "Hey, which one's?" It was so close together. I was like, "Hey, which one's the red one?" You're like, "It's that one." I was like, oh, "Okay, thanks." You're like, "Damn it, I should have said the other one."
Yeah, honestly, I
God,
so should have.
God, I would have had freaking
You would have just taken this and be
lime
like,
coke.
"You fuck."
Like, what the hell is
You
this?
jerk. Ah, man. We're not really talking much about news. We're kind of just
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of
rambling
relevant to
about.
Firehouse. You know,
Why are we talking about Firehouse though? We're kind of just rambling about. We
let's see
started at
here.
Irma stuff, then we started talking about Firehouse, and now we're telling Firehouse stories. We got
All right,
4 viewers. Come on, y'all need to start commenting some stuff.
I just went on
Get
CNN, just kind of check up on what CNN's doing, if it's moving around a little bit, and they still have what's in the latest Obamacare repeal bill.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah,
What year is it?
I don't know. I don't know if they're talking about like a repeal of Obamacare's like Obamacare, but or if it's I don't know. I don't know what CNN's doing right now. But
Honestly, what does CNN do?
I have no idea. No idea. Let's look at the world. What's going on in the world? Canada. What the hell is Canada doing? Oh, Pope. The Pope is on a Rolling Stone magazine. He finally made it to the Rolling Stone magazine. Pope Francis. Is it Pope Francis? It is Pope Francis. I don't keep up with the Pope anymore. I'm Catholic, but I don't know if I don't know. Let's see. I think I may start investing in gold and silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some gold and silver. But I was looking at like Roslyn Capital, and they've got some pretty good deals on gold. I don't know if it's Roslyn Capital or Trade Bank, Gold or something like that. But I've got a whole quarter kit, U.S. quarter kit, but they're sterling silver. And no, there's not sterling. They're like 98% silver, and they have like some nickel thrown in there. And it comes with 50 U.S. quarters, all silver, and then it has 8 extra quarters of each per state. I think they're all 2012 models and stuff like that. But it's like it's a lot of money, but it gives you like it gives you it slowly, so it'll give you like a state like every other week or something like that. But yeah, I think I may start investing in gold and silver stock too. Now that I'm 18, I can actually get into like stuff that you have to put in your social security number for.
True.
Frozen orange juice and water rights. That's horrible. The United Nations should have never um, passed a bill that says water isn't a right because I think Nestle bought like 80%.
The
80,
world's
no, no,
water.
not 80%, but like a really high percentage of like Earth's fresh water, and because they bottle everything that,
Yeah.
and what was it, Poland? A Poland Spring does a lot of their stuff. That's out of Maine. Um, what is it? Yeah, Nestle Pure Life and a few other ones. Most of it is actually Nestle. I know down here they sell a lot of Nestle. Um,
Um,
but
what's that? Zephyr Hills is here
yeah,
too.
Zephyr Hills. Like I'm sure you have Zephyr Hills. Um, the Jags beat the Houston Texans. I think it was
Go Jags.
by like 40, and then they lost like their next game by a landslide. Um, I don't know. Jags pull out
Classic
like,
Jaguars.
yeah, they pull out
Crazy wins, and then you're just
like an
all right,
insane. You're like, "Whoa," you're like
that's
how?
it. That's good for the season.
Yeah, exactly. You're like you put all your effort into one game, and then you just kind of go downhill from there.
Yeah.
I'm a Steelers fan, but I haven't really been tracking sports lately. I've been too into too into my classes lately for college.
True.
But
I'm a Broncos fan, but
Broncos fan, Tim
yeah.
Tebow was your man, right?
No, Peyton Manning.
No, Peyton Manning. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
What did I get Tim Tebow from? Was
because
that
he used to
Broncos?
play for them.
Was he? I got you.
Yeah,
All right, all
like
right, all right. No,
for
I'm
like
sorry.
what, a season or two,
What
and he
decade?
was
What decade
yeah.
is it? I'm sorry. Is this 2011?
When did he got out of college in like 2008?
Six. I don't know. I have no idea.
No,
Yeah.
I was in
Something like
fourth
that.
grade when he was a senior in college. So like
Like,
2010. So then 2011, yeah, is when he went pro. I'm pretty sure. He's from
he's-
this area. He went to Nice.
what?
Yeah, and
He
then
went. He went to the high school down the road from us.
yes,
Thing.
he went to the high school down the road from us, and then he went to bowls for football for his
Like,
junior and senior year, I think. But he went to Nice for his freshman and sophomore year.
it's
I'm
pretty
pretty sure,
nice.
or vice versa. It's one of the two. He went to both high schools, and then went to UF, and then yeah, now he's playing baseball. So
Yeah,
fun
baseball's actually
stuff.
pretty fun.
I like
Um,
baseball.
I used to play baseball for a while. Um, EA is coming out with a new game, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
True.
Uh, it's already been made, but that was back in what 2009, 2007, something like that. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the
yeah,
EA Star Wars Battlefront 2.
exactly.
I have
Uh,
Star Wars Battlefront 2. Fun game.
Star Trek is being rebooted.
Again,
I don't know. Yeah, Captain Jackson Isaac. Jackson Isaac. That's it. That's
Isaac,
not the
is that what
captain.
you
No.
said?
Um, who is it? That looks like the guy from what's it called? From Harry Potter, actually. Who's was it Lucius Malfoy? I think that's what he is. Yeah, he plays in it, and a few other actors and actresses play. Let's see here. Yeah, Jackson Isaac. Um, let's Google him real quick and what he's doing.
We need to get some news up in here, like some real news.
Yeah, Jackson Isaacs. He's playing as a captain in Star Trek. That's pretty cool. He played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter films, Colonel William Tavington in The Patriot, and Colonel Michael Coffey in an American television series called Brotherhood. Um, he's playing as possibly the captain, I believe. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty neat. I don't know what time period this is, but interesting. This is like the ninth reincarnation of Star Trek.
Something like that.
But yeah, the new Star Wars is coming out. What was that 2018? Summer or
Probably
winter of
this year.
2018? This year or 2017? Something
I
like
think
that.
so.
I don't know why they're coming out like years apart now, like
Every
literally
two
like
years.
1 year. Yeah, yeah, every other year. But we had to wait 4 years, so that's pretty good. It's pretty neat how they're coming out with this right now.
Mm.
Um, oh, what else is in the news that's been recent? We
The
dropped the
Emmys.
Moab in Afghanistan. That was like a year ago.
I thought you were gonna.
No,
Okay.
I'm joking. No,
What's it called? The Emmys. They were all bashing
oh,
Trump,
Jesus.
and it was like the lowest rating in Emmys
Yeah,
history in like
exactly.
63 years. It's the
I'm pretty
lowest
sure a
rating.
few actors didn't even show up.
Huh?
I mean, I'm pretty sure a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
actors didn't even show up.
probably. Sean Spicer was in it and made a cameo.
Sean Spicer.
Yeah,
Dang.
like the Sean Spicer made
Yeah, I got you.
a cameo.
Who else? What was his name? Who's the guy that does the night late night talk show? Um, who's the host? Hold on a second. Host. Jeff Smolin. Is it? No, no. Who's this? Stephen Colbert. That's his name. See, he's the talk show host of a late night show. It's kind of got some comedy thrown into there. But yeah, he's also kind of under a liberal belt right now.
Who are you
But
talking about?
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah,
Let me see. He I think did he host the
he
Emmys?
hosted it. Yeah.
Yeah, this year. He yeah he hosts that late night talk show, and he's pretty left leaning. I'm pretty sure most of the actors are left leaning.
Yeah.
You look at some of the quotes that the actors say, and they don't really. I'm like, did that just come out of your mouth? Like
Honestly.
how?
Yeah.
I think it was pretty funny though when what's his face? The actor that it was playing Donald Trump in Saturday Night Live.
Alec Baldwin.
And he Alec Baldwin. That was pretty funny. Huh? He said, "Hey, Mr. President,
Yeah,
here's your
here's
Emmy."
your Emmy.
I was like, "What the hell?" But that's what he
um,
gets, I guess.
Dylan Roof requested new lawyers because um, his two lawyers now are one is a Jewish woman, the other is a Indian woman, and so he was like he called
What?
them his political and biological enemies and asked for a new set of attorneys.
That's not racist at all or anti-Semitic.
That's Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof is the guy that, if you guys don't remember, he's the one that killed the nine black people at a church in Charleston
Yep.
2 years ago, a year ago, and he was sentenced
That
to
was
the death
just
penalty
last
in
year.
January. I don't know when that's supposed to be, you know,
Do you agree with the death
done.
penalty?
I do strongly.
Uh, like is it situational or like we should just kill every
Um,
every
it's situational. I think if you, I think you murder somebody,
yeah,
you should be put to death. An eye for an eye.
with undefying like
Yeah,
evidence that
with
you did it. Yeah.
100%,
But
like Dylan Roof, you know,
there's a
he like
video, there's a murder
yeah,
weapon, there's
video,
like
you know,
witnesses,
yeah.
there's
If they can prove undeniably,
yeah.
like I'm talking 110%,
There's no
there
shootout
shouldn't be
with the
it
police.
shouldn't be 99.95%. It should be
Yeah,
well over 100%. You should be absolutely certain,
110%
and
sure.
then they should
Exactly.
be killed. Because what's the
I
point
don't.
of having them in the prison and we're paying for them
Yeah.
to stay alive for 60 more years? What's the point? They're gonna stay in prison for the rest of their life. That's
Or
why
be
I think life in
in
prison.
prison. Yeah, life in
Yeah,
prison should be
life.
just death penalty.
Honestly, there's no point in
I mean, you can get
keeping
your
them
sentence
alive.
reduced in some
Yeah,
situations, but
but that's like
it's
yeah,
like saying to your kid, "Hey, don't take that piece of candy. You're in timeout," and then letting him out of timeout, and then putting a bowl of candy right in front of him again. You know,
yeah. It's like I think
the most stupid thing you can do.
definitely I think that the prison system could use a change to where
Hmm.
it's right now it's not really a rehabilitation type thing. It's more of a this is your time out and you sit here. They're not
Yeah, exactly.
learning to, fix their behavior. They're kind of just thrown
Yeah,
in.
if you
It's
go
like,
to
all
like
right,
a
sit here for 40 years to go back out into the world. And you're you sitting in there, with all the other people that feel the same way. They're not gonna. You're not gonna learn anything. They're not gonna learn anything.
you become
You know.
institutionalized pretty much.
Yeah, you just sit there and then you follow the ways of prison, and then you look at what is the crime rate. A lot of
Oh yeah,
prisoners that get
the
out end up committing
repeat
crimes
offense.
later. Repeat offenders, yeah. And sometimes it's the
Actually,
same crime.
going back to the Star Trek thing, I'm sorry. I don't think Jason is gonna be the captain. I'm sorry. They have actually, I think they have a lady playing a Starfleet captain this time around. I don't know. I'm only looking at pictures of it right now. Sorry. Continue.
All right, but
You're all good.
so what do you think about the prison system, death penalty?
Death penalty. I'm pretty sure that they should have. Um, I don't think they should give death penalty to rapists in every count because I know that some people can just scream rapist and then they
Yes.
can be charged for it, and they've come out of prison a couple of years later, and they're like, and they're like, hey, you didn't cause that crime. My bad. Here's a little bit of money that'll make you up for your 2 years in an institution where you didn't belong in the first place.
Yeah.
That happens rarely. I don't, just don't get me wrong. That happens kind of rarely. But I would say keep it for like murder cases, eye for an eye type thing.
Yeah.
Homicide. Um, I mean, like if you're a homicidal maniac, instead of putting you behind bars where you could possibly get out or something like that, might as well just put you to the
Right.
chair
Well, it's like
and do it in the most humane way.
yeah. I mean, like the only thing with like rape is like a terrible crime. Like
Yeah, exactly.
everybody can agree on that except for maybe rapists. Everybody,
Except for
all
rapists.
sane people can agree that it's a terrible crime. And I mean, I know what's it called? Steven Crowder, conservative YouTuber. He's said, don't quote me for 100% accuracy, but he said to castrate rapists.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And if the rape is bad enough, or if they've done it to multiple people, and it's a life ruining crime.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
but he
That's like
said,
your
yeah, I don't want to
reputation and
say,
everything.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if it was bad enough, or if, whatever happened, if like it's a rape and a murder, then he said death penalty. But he said
Yeah,
castrate them
exactly.
if it's just a normal rape. That way they can't do anything else. Because I think castration also changes your mind. You're not wanting to do that stuff.
Yeah, I think chemically
Yeah,
imbalances or
chemically, yeah. So then you're not thinking
yeah,
about doing stuff like that. I'm sure you'll think about it,
exactly.
but you won't have like the urge, like the biological urge,
Yeah.
because you won't have anything
Hey, there's someone
making you have
walking
the
down the street.
biological
Maybe I
urge.
should just.
Yeah, yeah. So I think
Yeah.
castration is good. If there
And
again with the death penalty thing, if there's 100% evidence that they did it, because
yeah,
there's
exactly.
people that they're like college campuses where the person's like, hey, they
Falsely
raped
accused
me,
and
and
everything.
then the guy's like, no, I didn't, and then the school's like, well, you don't have any
Well, you
proof
kind of
against
did.
it, or like
Uh,
even if you did, whatever,
guilty
so
until
sorry.
proven innocent, bit.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
cases where the people don't even like the let's just say the woman
it's evident
accuses
evidence.
the man. They accuse the man of raping them, and then the school just kicks him out without
Yeah,
even
exactly.
without a trial or anything like that. They're literally like, all right, you're gone, and then the
If I
guy's
had
like,
outstanding marks and I got kicked out for an alleged rape case, I would
yeah,
sue someone
yeah,
for a lot of money.
yeah, it's
That'd be horrible. there'd be some lawsuiting going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I think death penalty is would save a lot of money too for the citizens because we have the highest for being the most free country and allegedly the most free country in the world. We have the highest uh,
Yeah.
or incarceration. I think the one next to us is like South Africa, and South Africa or Zimbabwe or something like that, and some African nation which has like a dictator, and or Venezuela, and you know, comparing us to South Africa is kind of ridiculous on that level.
Yeah.
But but we do have a lot more people. Period. But
That's true.
you look at other regimes and other countries that have pretty high incarceration. Well, for industrialized countries at least. But yeah, I'd say people just stop committing crimes.
Honestly, yeah.
Stop it.
I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
would, yeah. I,
But I'm not gonna just say stop it and then leave that alone. I'm gonna go out and buy a gun and you heard
But hey,
about the
what do I know?
the robber that went to like a convenience store with a rifle or with a pistol, and an armed robber went to a convenience store and wanted to rob the store for his money and goods and stuff like that, and three civilians just pulled out their concealed carry and started unloading on the dude,
yeah, I
and
think I've seen it.
it's probably the most American moment like ever. Uh, like that's I mean that's how it should be taken care of. Like if something goes down, there should be some sort of civilian on the spot.
Right.
That's what it's intended for, at least. Um,
I'm trying to find the sources for this. Um,
what else has been going on? I haven't been watching the news too much lately.
um,
Oh,
apparently,
so
um,
I heard SpaceX has been doing a lot of stuff with the reusable space program
mhm,
for their like booster separations and everything, and the whole Mars missions still underway. And they redesigned a full body like astronaut suit or a spacesuit. I don't think it's EVA like, but I know it's pretty good for being in this in an enclosed environment.
mhm,
But it's like this layers and layers of fabric. So instead of this huge bulky setting where you have this how, like most astronauts have that clunky sort of spacesuit on that's got like the giant backpack and everything. Trying to reduce and reuse everything where the smaller and the more compact everything is, more mobile you are, less likely something's gonna break.
yeah,
Um,
and
it's kind of like how computers got smaller and smaller and smaller. They want to do that with space technology, make it smaller and lighter and
yeah.
more refined.
I'm playing this video. This
Я снимаю, блядь. Я
person
снимаю.
walks up. It's I don't know if it's that bad, but there's a little clip right there. I'm gonna stop it right now. Oops, that's not what I meant to remove. Um,
Gotcha.
that clip was from the Georgia Tech thing.
Gotcha.
I think it was a woman or a man. They say man in there, but I'm pretty sure the people are saying that it was a woman. Um, she walked up to police with a knife, holding a knife, and then
God.
gets shot to death because she's just walking around with the knife at the university, and then the police are
Exactly.
telling her stop, stop, drop the knife, stop, and
Yeah.
they just keep coming.
If you're in that situation, just all you have to do is just comply and say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
honestly.
I'll drop it."
Well, they're not people like that have
No common sense.
yeah, they're not. Well, I mean, I don't even understand them, but You know?
Normal people, losers. But
But yeah, like I didn't want to show the rest of the video. I didn't want anything to happen. But I'm pretty sure she gets shot.
yeah, that's crazy.
And the reason I wanted to say that the armed student attacks the police and gets shot, and the leftists blame who? The police.
Oh, the police for
Yeah.
being too violent.
Yeah.
Hey, if you had a person walking up to you with a knife
Yeah.
out,
Yeah. This is
that'd be pretty sketchy.
This is the whatchamacallit from it. This is what the
police
report
report.
says. It says police in Georgia are under scrutiny following the deadly shooting of an LGBT student activist who was apparently armed with a knife. Scout Schultz, 21, was shot after being involved in a standoff with police at the Georgia Institute of Technology campus in Atlanta late on Saturday. Video footage of the standoff shows Schultz slowly walking towards the officers and shouting, "Shoot me," during the standoff. The officers are heard encouraging Schultz to drop the knife on several occasions. "Nobody wants to hurt you," one of the officers says at one point in the video. The victim's mother, Lynn Schultz, told the journal Constitution that Schultz was a talented student but suffered from depression and had attempted suicide 2 years ago. She questioned why police used lethal force. Why didn't they use some non-lethal force like pepper spray or tasers, she said, adding that Schultz had been shot in the heart. So, but, the lady, the woman was walking right up to the police officers, not complying with a knife. And
that's a pretty dangerous move.
Multiple times, as you saw in the video.
Pretty
multiple
risky,
times. Yeah, to drop the knife, and she wouldn't, so she was shot. What's it called? I like this YouTuber called Donut Operator. He breaks down like police shooting videos and stuff like that.
Making me hungry now.
He's also like a game streamer and stuff, but he streams himself breaking down videos like this that go viral and stuff. And when the woman's like, why couldn't they have just used a taser? The Donut Operator was a police officer for a couple years. He's retired now, but he explains that like the taser doesn't always make great contact because it shoots out, the two prongs.
The two prongs.
One of them both of them have to, make contact with skin. That's why they have the barbs in them so that they stick to the skin. Mm-hmm. If one of them misses, then it doesn't work. The taser it doesn't work. The connection has to go with both pins so that it makes, I hit my mic. It makes the circuit.
It's a closed circuit. Yeah.
And it's not
or open circuit actually.
They don't work all the time. Like I want to see what is a taser.
I mean, it's not supposed to work if only one hits, because if only one hit, it would just be pumping electricity into the dude, and that's pretty lethal actually. If they pump 10,000, what is it, 10,000 volts or something like that through someone's body.
It's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there. I don't know if it's 10,000, but that's.
They can cause cardiac arrest. Yeah.
Yeah, you could. It's either you get sent to the hospital and die of a heart attack, or you just get stopped right in your tracks, or you get shot in the heart. Apparently, in this case.
Yeah. Or you just don't walk up to a cop with a knife. That's always the easiest.
Or you just be a normal protester with a picket fence, and you don't like threaten people with your life, and including a clearly armed police officer or security guard, as you can see. It's probably the most stupid thing ever.
Yeah.
What I've noticed, like, God. If you can clearly see someone's armed, you don't walk up to them with a knife and threaten them. Period.
Yeah.
If you don't walk up to anyone with a knife anywhere and threaten them.
Yeah,
Just being a good
but
citizen, you know.
some people,
But
huh,
most people don't know.
yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for recent events, like major recent events.
Yeah, basically. Also, I'll let you guys know this again. We got some new viewers. This is a charity live stream. So go ahead, donate down below. There's two links. There's one that's donating to us. It's not really donating to us because that's going to go straight to Samaritan's Purse. And then there's another link down below that goes straight to Samaritan's Purse. So if you don't believe that we're going to give the money to Samaritan's Purse, you can give your money straight to them. And there's also a card in the top right. You click the card, you got our Patreon to support us, and you also have the Samaritan's Purse. That's right there. It makes it easy for you guys to go ahead and click. You can pick whatever you want to donate. If you want to donate to our Patreon, become a Patreon supporter, that's also welcome. Just pick whatever suits you. If you don't feel like donating today, that's fine. We got other days. If you decide that our content is worth it to you, worth your money. If it's not worth your money yet, let us know in the comments what we can do to make it better so that, you would donate.
I'm getting a face cam, so...
You want what?
I'm getting a face cam, so you don't have to say that.
That's true. So you don't have to just see this block. It'll actually be an actual
Hey, Mike,
camera.
why are you a square?
Yeah, he doesn't actually look like that. He's not all
Yeah,
like...
I'm not actually a square.
Yeah. He's actually a normal person. So, but yeah, so I don't know how much more we've got to talk. It's already 12 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. I think I may hit the hay, and then I gotta wake up at 6 actually for
But
classes, so.
This is the most viewers we've had at one time. We got 5. I know it says on the stream it says 1. I don't know why it's not working. It should say 5. It was working earlier. But thanks for watching, guys. We want to try to do this weekly again. We know we kind of took like a 2-month break. We both had a bunch of stuff going on.
Oh, 25th I should be getting my, or 25th to 26th I should be getting my my camera. So probably by the next time we stream.
Yeah, next time we stream, we'll do this. But thanks for wasting your time with us.
It's all good.
But yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. We'll put something on our Instagram when we're streaming next. And yeah, see you guys later.